Hello guys, today I'll be reviewing one of the best Echoes on the EOS server, Tabor. He's also a fellow streamer, he's a really cool guy, I've hosted him a bunch of times, so yeah, I'll put his link in the description as well. And what's interesting about him is that he always runs the same rune setup, he always builds natures as well, like basically always, I'm pretty sure. But he seems to have good success with it, he's currently sitting in Grandmaster, doing really well with Ekko, and yeah, so I just thought I wanted to review a game of his. Let's see, which one was it again? This one. He seemed to really have popped off here, and yeah, as you can see, right, I always recommend the mathematically correct Ekko with the Electrocute, but this one is still super viable. It still can get you to be like a top 500 player on the server, so it's very viable, and a lot of other high elo players also play with this kind of setup anyways. Yeah, he did a lot of damage as well. I picked out some random game, basically. I mean, a random good game of his, just to see how he starts snowballing and stuff. I think this is not the most difficult game to play. They don't have too much CC. Like, the CC they have is just Renekton, and Alistair is like melee CC, basically, and Diana. But it's kind of easy to avoid as Ekko. But let's see how he plays it, or he plays against it. Alright, we're in game. Let's see what smite choice he makes here as well. I'm not sure if he'll... Yeah, I think he also always goes blue smite, pretty much. I think... So basically he's just playing moneymaker Ekko, right? Like, all the runes that give you money or can generate you money, or like stats in this case also as well with the Eyeball collection, he has all of them. And then he also goes for blue smite, which is like the only smite that actually increases your clear speed, so in that way it also generates money. Right, like it increases your clear speed by giving you movement speed, allowing you to walk through the jungle faster as soon as it's upgraded. And it also allows you to just be more active on the map as well. Against Diana, you don't really need to ward anywhere. I guess he still does it. I also used to do this for a long time. I don't think it's that worth, honestly, getting the sweeper early as well. I see a lot of high-elo junglers, they don't get the sweeper early. And I think that's something that's better than getting the sweeper, because early game you usually know anyways. He also doesn't do the Raptor's Path every game. I know he does it sometimes, but he doesn't do it every game. I guess depending on... Like, I think he told me that he usually likes to only do it when he can gank top right away. So yeah, in this game he doesn't feel like he can gank top early, I guess. But yeah, about the wards, I think it's also nice that he actually avoids the ward here. I guess they saw him spot it. I place it. Just gives them a little bit less information. Maybe makes it so they think he might go top or some stupid shit like that. Who knows? About the wards though, I think generally in the early game, you know, like, right, let's say the enemy bot lane, they just walk into the river, then you know it's warded. So if you just look at the map enough, you will have all the information you need, and the sweeper doesn't really help you. And you can often leave good wards in the early game for your team, if you still have them. So that's why I preferred keeping them for the first couple of bases. Like, usually I don't even get them on the second, don't get the sweeper on the second base, I like to get it on the third one. So yeah, this is the classic. If you just full clear, and you're at the river here, you can make the decision, do I go bot or do I keep jungling? Draven on 1 HP here, so you can just make the decision, go bot straight away. Take the plant, be a little bit faster as well. With flash, he should be able to kill 100% and even maybe without. Yeah, I guess the Alistair can just push him away, so he probably can't kill, yeah. Yeah, since the Alistair was able to push him away, he sadly wasn't able, but this at least kinda annoys them with their base timings. Okay, so now he just goes back to jungling. He does like blue, wolf, scrump, and then since like this way he'll basically jungle down, right? And this also doesn't fuck up his pathing, because he did like this, right? He cleared these camps downwards, so he wants to clear the other side downwards as well. So that's why he did like this, does like blue and then down, and now he'll be able to get the crab as well, and he doesn't have to walk as far as he would have to if he goes from the wolves. Okay. The Draven actually gets a shot on Kalista. He just wants to move there, so he smites the crab away. Since the Draven has a shutdown, it might even be worth flashing for him. Probably doesn't need to though, right? Like, yeah, if the support flashes, that's really good. Nice, he gets a kill. Now he should be really enabled. 1.4k gold. Should even look to... Ah, no, never mind. The Kalista's there, so he shouldn't look to push in the wave or anything. Yeah, now Blasting Wand, Dark Seal, Amp Tome. With this full moneymaker setup, you should always invest into yourself, I think. Right? Even just for Amp Tome, so he goes in debt here as well. And in this situation, it would be good no matter what, because he's just so strong, I think. But like in general, just invest in yourself, right? Always get the extra Amptom if you can. You'll make the gold back easily, because the more damage you deal, the more you generate with first strike as well, of course. So it just kind of pays for itself. Interestingly, he doesn't go for the alternator here. I see a lot of good Ekko players go for the alternator. I also been going for it a bunch of times. I think if you have an active playstyle, which he also has, where he like looks for plays and whatever, it's not bad. I don't even think he had to flash here. Of course, he wanted to block the Akshan from being able to swing away. I think he was already in the way, right? The Akshan just did not react well. So if you just eat on him here, then he would have also stunned him. I don't think he had to flash. A little bit of a waste. Overall, getting it... Like, I'm always saying this, if you flash for early kills, I think it's worth. Because in the early game, you can make the decision usually when to fight. But you can kind of dictate your own pace anyways. And then just getting the kills will snowball you really hard. It's very good. Bot lane, I guess... Did the Kalista die? Yeah, the Kalista died again. He wasn't really able to affect that anyways. They're full HP as well. I don't know if they can do anything in a 2v2 here. I guess Malphite is level 6, roaming down. Yeah, with Malphite they can for sure do something. Yeah, nice. Malphite doesn't even have to ult, right? Yeah, that's good. He eat over the wall here, which is like... It's the one thing to do, but definitely something you need to play around then, right? Because you won't have your E up. But it's definitely better than walking around here, because then he would have just been too slow. And you can see he's able to... With the Rel engage, he's able to still get a Q and stuff on him. Right, to slow him here, and then place a W. And Malphite could have ulted the whole time as well if they need to. But they don't need to, they give the kill over to Ekko because they're high elo players. Like, people in high elo give kills over to you as Ekko because they just understand how unfair Ekko is with a kill. And let's see, let's just see how he snowballs this game, because he is in a position to just take over the game here. Riot is telling him he has a 300 gold shutdown. Could have even cast this one, doesn't have to, of course, it's whatever. Now, get the Drake, probably recall. I mean, I know he's a player that sometimes likes to play in unexpected ways, so maybe he doesn't even recall here. I would probably recall here with this gold. Okay, he also does. I don't think he can quite afford the Rockabell. Maybe he can with Futures Market. No, not quite. Yeah, I think he would have to... Like, I think now you need 865 to complete it with these components. And he doesn't quite have that even with Futures Market. Diana sees the opportunity to invade him, of course. Or not, of course, but she sees the opportunity to invade him because he did Drake, I guess. It's not really a good opportunity, though. Did they spot him, though? Did they spot her? I wonder, because it's kind of odd that he goes for the Raptors right away here. I think that's generally a small mistake, like you should just look to clear down. I guess he might have seen like the... I guess the action is kind of a free kill, right? He definitely is. If he's standing here and the Malphite is ult up, he is a free kill. So maybe that's why he's just pathing straight there. Yeah, that's why he's also pinging on the way. Yeah, like, if you just look at the map enough, you will find these opportunities, right? You will see... Malphite has ult. This is an action. He's not a tanky champ or anything. He can't really react to the Malphite ult either. So if you just get there, you will get a free kill. And then, of course, coincidentally, he spots the Diana here. Misses his Q on her. A little bit unlucky. But then the Diana flashes over right into the Malphite ult. He can't really follow up, sadly. Yeah, this was a... Oof. Damn, that's unlucky. Let's see how he handles this. I think he just dies. Oof, that is unfortunate. The Malphite is really mad, but he has no reason to be mad. Like, he had nothing to do here. E was on cooldown. Let's see, maybe he shouldn't have eat here. Maybe that was a mistake. I think that might have been the mistake. Yeah, like... Why did he E here? I guess he... Of course, he had no info on the Diana yet, so I think he just eat here to be a little bit faster and, like, get closer to the action, of course. I think it was a small mistake, though, since, like, in the early game, the E cooldown is so long. If you walk here... If he walks down here, you might still have to wait a second or two, which is kind of annoying. So yeah, missing the E here just really sucked. Of course, if he had it up, then he would have been able to go over there right away and kill the Akshan. But of course, in hindsight, it's always easier to say these things. And then the fact that he lives here, that's crazy to me. The fact that he doesn't die there to the E, even with the W passive and stuff. It's definitely unfortunate. Actually, the enemies have built up quite a lead. Let's see how he bounces back. I mean, he's still doing fine. He has a rocket belt at 8 minutes. That's super, super good, right? If you have rocket belt by like 11 minutes, you're doing really well already. And he has it at like 8 something, so he's definitely way above the curve here. I'm probably just gonna get a free kill on the Draven here. He even has a small shutdown. Okay. I don't know why the Rel decided to give a like donate another kill, but yeah, that's fine. Like most of the gold is on Tabor here, but this is definitely a playable game, and that's basically also why he was able to carry it, of course. Yeah, just clear your jungle here. Like, make a place and then like always alternate between making place and clearing jungle in general, of course. Like not always, but in general, try to alternate between making place and jungling. See, like now he cleared his jungle, now he's looking to make a play somewhere maybe. They have a lane ward here, so they know about all of this happening. Yeah, like also play with your team, right? If you support, like I know in low elo this won't happen that much where your supporters actually roam around the map and try to make stuff happen, but in high elo it does happen. So if this happens, just join up with them and try to do something, right? Like everyone's pinging here, all in, all in, all in. Everyone wants to fight here. So yeah, just follow your team in this situation. This is a 3v2, of course, so they should be able to win this. Definitely go on the Draven, of course, if you can. Yeah, doesn't have W, so I think that's why he's also playing a little bit slow in this situation. Malphite also does have the roam, though, so they should just get them here. Yeah, he has to ult. It's fine. They should get the Alistar as well. Yeah, that's good. Alistar is not greedy here, right? He just ults him so they can... Oh. Well, there was an off-stream follow. Thank you, Piney. If you see this, thank you for the follow. Maybe I should have... I'll turn the alert box off really quick. Yeah, let's see. Like, that was good by the Malphite. He made sure that the Alistar does not get out here. And, of course, since he has the ult on, he doesn't take a lot of damage. But he will still get stunned up in the W here, so... Yeah, this is just high elo gameplay, right? In low elo, it might just... this Alistar might have even just lived. Now that they kinda pulled back a little bit, got some kills. Still 1k gold behind, but a lot of the gold is on Ekko here, which is always good. Or not always good, but in this game it's good, because it's a very playable game for Ekko. So yeah, nothing to take here, just recall, get the boots. I guess he gets boots early. I'm not a huge fan, I think usually investing into AP is better. Especially with these boots, right? You don't need upgraded boots as much. I think that's generally a mistake. I mean, the sword boots are a good power spike. But so is more AP and ability haste, right? He could have bought the Fiendish Codex. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan. I think a lot of good Ekko players also don't like doing that. I guess there is some merit to it because a lot of people have upgraded their boots already, so you just kind of want to match it. I'm not sure if that was like his thoughts though. Okay. Definitely respects the Renekton. I'm not sure if he has to the Renekton. Okay, he doesn't have a lot of unspent gold. He has a 400 gold shutdown. Maybe he actually has to. Renekton is a disgusting champ. I'm not sure if he has to flash. Like, does this guy actually burst him down from almost 800 HP? I feel like if he just procs passive and runs away... I mean, he's 3 levels up. Could very well be right to just flash here. I'm not sure. Hard to say. As I said, Renekton is really a disgusting champion. Yeah, but this is exactly how we need to play against Renekton, right? Exactly. Like, low elo players, a lot of them would have probably just tried to auto-attack him here or whatever and just tanked way too much. But this is, like, Tabor is really respecting Renekton here, and I mean, that's pretty good. I think small mistake here also. I guess he just wanted to finish off the Diana right away, but I think a small mistake in hindsight, I guess, to not proc the passive on Renekton here. Probably would have saved his flash, just having the more movement speed, because now he doesn't have a passive... He didn't get a passive proc anywhere, because Diana died before, and he just has to flash out. Yeah, like, now after he jumps over, just respect him, right? Like, don't E on him or anything stupid like that. Wait for your cooldowns. W summer, yeah, Q him in a second. And then... Like, even going in here is a small mistake, I would say. It doesn't get punished because this guy is knocked up, but... generally, you should just wait for your Q to apply both stacks and then go in with your E. In most situations. In this situation, it was whatever because he was CC'd. But if he's not CC'd, definitely don't walk up to him, like, or don't engage on him early like that. Can very easily kill you, especially on this HP. And now again, this is a game you can easily carry as Ekko. Now he actually started getting really ahead. He's like 2.5k gold ahead after clearing the jungle here on the enemy jungle. I think Diana matchup, it was like anecdotally difficult for Ekko, people have been saying. But I think it's a pretty easy matchup actually. They should just be getting the Drake now. They're definitely in the winning position at this point. Yeah, you can see it's just... This Diana is trolling a little bit, honestly. Get the Drake. Which Rift is it? Infernal Rift, really nice. Good soul, of course. And these are the dives you can easily go for so many times, right? Actually crazy that the Akshan gets the kill there. This guy went for Thornmail first. I mean, not a bad game to do that, honestly. But oh, I went back a little bit too far. These dives are so free, right? They even have info, but they don't really respect, I guess. Or the Akshan doesn't respect for some reason. Even though they saw them moving in here. Like, this is such a good engage angle. Just W over here. Especially if you have some CC to layer it with. Like the Rel here, or even Malphite ult if it was up. Or usually it's like Malzahar ult, Lissandra ult, this kind of stuff. Just place your W here, wait for them to stand in there. Like, wait half a second, and then go over. And now they get the kill. It's a little bit unfortunate that he gets the shutdown on Malphite, but it is what it is. Doesn't really affect you as the Ekko player, right? You're still in a really good spot here. He's like 8.3k gold. The Draven's actually also doing quite well here. You definitely cannot disrespect him. But now, like, 2 items at 14 minutes, plus boots, plus fully stacked Dark Seal. He's also someone that doesn't like upgrading Magi's. Maybe I'll get him there. But, yeah. It's definitely very strong here. Let's see. Another good engage angle for Ekko, either from here or from here even. I think probably from here would have been better in this situation. Man, like, this is more likely to be warded, so maybe that's why he decided to engage from here, but I think if he goes from here, he has an easier time getting into range. Although it doesn't really make a difference. I mean, she flashes anyways and he missed his Q. I think if he hits Q, it doesn't even matter that she flashes. She flashed too late here. But also, at this point, you have some cooldown reduction, so you can easily chase, right? Your E and Q, in a way like this, where it's still a long way for her to get under any tower or to any teammates, you can chase for sure. Right? If he hit that extra Q, he would have been able to fully chase there. I think generally this game Natrus is not bad anyways, right? Like, he always builds it even in games where I would personally feel like Lichman is better, but in this game it's fine, I would say. Bunch of targets you can auto-attack. Yeah, like, everyone just killing the Draven, that's definitely the thing you need to do here, right? He's the biggest target. He still has ult, but he is half HP, so he needs to be careful. You can see, right? He's not being an idiot and like auto-attacking people or whatever. He's just standing at range. Like, he's proccing passive and then standing at range and throwing in Qs. Right? If he gets passive stacks, he'll look to proc passive and whatever. But you are not an auto-attacker. Like, you're a melee champ, but you're not an auto-attacker champ, basically. And that's also why I don't think Natrus is that great oftentimes. Like, in this situation, for example, he was not able to use it at all. But it's still a very solid item, right? It gives more AP than the Natrus. It doesn't give movement speed, which I think he kind of balances out with the blue smite he builds every game. So, like, his build is coherent, I guess, in that way, at least. But still, like, I think... And also the Natrus, it does make the gameplay a little bit smoother, right? Like, you're able to proc passives more consistently and that stuff. So I also used to build it a lot. But yeah, you can see in this fight, for example, he's not even able to auto-attack that much. Someone has to do like a good math comparison, I feel like, for the Natrus plus versus Lich argument. Like, how much less burst do you actually have? Because in the past, it used to be that Natrus actually had basically the same amount of burst as Lichman, so there was really no point, but that was a long time ago. Items have changed. Nice, he also flashes for the kill here. Like, I can tell he did that because he has press tap in this game, and he knows that the Renekton has a 300 gold shutdown, so it's 100% worth flashing for him. Even though he has a 700 gold shutdown himself here, like, killing the Renekton here is really worth. And he also knows that he will just kill him with his E here. Even if he wouldn't kill it with his E, he can just Q as well, of course. So yeah, really nice. Like, at this point, he's just so ahead. Ekko is a really unfair champ if you're this ahead. I think personally, I 100% think he should have gotten the Crocs here for the fact that it would have given him his blue smite upgrade, and also because there was actually, like, no reason not to. And then he leaves the gold. Nah, that's a big mistake, Tabor. If you're watching this, I think that's a big mistake here. Like, I personally would have just... Okay, maybe in this situation, since he flashed, he shouldn't have built Madras, but definitely, like... See, like, how this is actually such a big mistake here, because the blue smite also just takes up a space. With Future's Market, he could have bought the second needlessly large, but no matter what, so just leaving this camp up here gets punished quite hard. Well, it doesn't get punished, but it's still a big mistake. Yeah, so... Like, I personally, at this point, I would have just bought the Magi's, honestly. Although it is definitely a very close game, so buying Magi's here is for sure risky as fuck. Yeah, definitely big mistake to just leave this camp up when you could have just taken... There's no reason to leave it up, because the Drake is not spawning. Like, I'm not sure when it's spawning, but it's not spawning in the next couple of seconds, so you're not pressured to be there. And, like, taking this camp is just extra gold, right? And it would have allowed to... See, like, now... I'm sure in-game he also realized that was a bit of a mistake, because now he just went back base and bought another needlessly large rod. Yeah, and at this point you should actually look to just split push. Get the towers. Nobody can mess with him, right? And that's something I personally don't like doing enough, or don't do enough, because I just don't like it, but that's very stupid reasoning, of course. Definitely going for the second tower here is a little bit risky, but I think he can manage to do it. He can 1v2 them, or he can just not die in a 1v2. Yeah, just hold out, that's so worth, right? You're using a 1 minute cooldown for getting basically 2 kills. 2 kills in PvE gameplay. That's how you need to it's a numbers game, that's how you exactly need to think about it. 600 gold from it. He used ult for it, that's like super worth, of course, and his team is even getting Herald, I'm pretty sure. Because 2 people are forced to be bot. Super good. Like, this is where the game was, like, won at this point, honestly. It was looking good before, but at this point they just won the game, pretty much. They got so much, they will get the Infernal as well here. So it's just in this elo, it should just not be a problem to close this game out anymore. Yeah, really clean combo here as well. Play with the auto attack reset from the rocket belt. That's exactly what he's doing here. See, like, he gets an auto attack off while he Qs him, I guess, while the Alistair is Wing him. So he has a stack. And then he just E's. He doesn't hit his return Q, but he E's and then uses rocket belt to proc passive and do another auto attack. And it just looks very clean and gives you the movement speed and stuff. Little bit of a, yeah. Oh, damn, wow. That was like plus 1.6k gold. Holy damn. A little bit of, like, movement mistake here, I would say. Just walking in here, absolutely no reason. He all he has to do is stand back here, wait for his Q cooldown to come up again, and then do something. I guess he wanted to smite, but yeah, like, standing in here, definitely a mistake, and that's why he gets punished for it. Plus 1.6, you don't see that too often, holy shit. Yeah, but it's not like this kind of stuff is game losing, because the enemies don't really get anything for it, right? Every time, like, these steps only really matter if objectives fall for it, and they don't get a single tower, they don't get any neutral objective either, because Nash was not up. If Nash was up at this point, it would have been much worse, because they could have taken it for sure. And that's why also, when you win teamfights and stuff, you need to look to get objectives. That's how you win the game. And I guess at this point they just do Nash. Like, look, it's so disgusting. I hate this. Daily reminder, by the way, guys. Nash needs like 10k extra HP. I just don't think it should be the case that every single team can just rush it in the first 20 seconds of it spawning. I think that's not how Nash should feel like. I think it makes it so impossible for junglers to move on bot side after 20 minutes. I think it's not good for the game. Not a fan of it. And now enemies. I think the enemies are kind of done with this game. They just wanted to end or something. I'm not sure. Very clean how he played this though. I guess he maybe flashed over for like Penta angle. I'm not sure. Yeah, like, this is how you play it, right? You see them moving in and then he places a nice W here, because this is exactly where every fight at Nash will be happening pretty much. So yeah, see, like, he plays a W here in a second, where he knows that they're gonna look to fight, right? The Diana rocket belt's in, he plays a W. And then you just stand back, you throw a Q, you let the stacks apply, and then you go in with your rocket belt, with your E, I mean, to proc passive. And also with your W, of course, you need that W if you're gonna go into 4 people. Yeah, and then he just flashes over, I guess, to save the Callista as well. Surprised they weren't able to end here. Maybe they wanted to have some more fun. I guess death timers are not long, right? It's just 20 minutes. Yeah, they all just come up again. Get one Nexus tower. Get the bot inhib as well. So like now the game is just unwinnable basically for the enemies. I think small mistake to not like, okay, why are you not fucking passive, bro? I think that's a pretty big mistake actually. Literally, like, just proc passive here after he flashed on you and run, right? Like, and you're just gonna stay at this HP. No reason to keep running here without procking passive and going to 1 HP. If Akshan had ult here, this could be, like, very bad. Do you even die here? Oof, nice. I mean, not worth, but still cool. But yeah, I mean, just proc passive here and then run away with tons of movement speed and he's out with basically full HP. So pretty big mistake here. It's good, right? Like this is why he plays the W, so he has the opportunity to ult back here. Ult Q. If he had E, he could have escaped over the wall here. He doesn't, sadly, so he just dies right away. The Renekton also kills his shield, I'm pretty sure. Did it kill his shield? I'm not even sure. Maybe he just got bursted down through it. He can, of course, break the shield, but only if the W is empowered, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think he killed like the rest of it and then they just all attacked him so he died. So of course not worth, but yeah, sometimes you just need to go for it. Even if he killed the Alistair, I don't even think it's worth. Again, not really game losing because what do the enemies get? Okay, they got a bunch of gold for sure, that's impactful, the shutdowns and whatever, but still. Honestly, I don't like Shadow Flame. They have some shields, of course. I guess Akshan has a shield. Okay, it's like better than average, I would say here. They have a lot of shields. They have Diana shields, Akshan shield, Alistair if he uses this. So it's not bad here for like maximum burst potential. I would generally just always prefer Lich Bane in games like these where you don't necessarily need the void stuff. Like, just build Lich Bane here. The utility from it, I think, is better, in my opinion. The extra ability haste is really nice, and the movement speed is really cool as well. And of course the on-hit is super good for just getting one-taps if you're this strong. I think it's better than Shadow Flame personally, but you know, I don't know. Everyone has different opinions, I guess. What are you doing, Tabor? What the fuck? That was questionable, I guess. Probably not even a big mistake to just recall and ult back here. Because at this point you're not really able to play the game. Yeah, like, I mean, there was of course a big mistake to tank the tower for such a long time here. Maybe he thought there were minions. Are you still able to just KS people though, right? Or like finish them off. And then with the shield you can still play. Right? Just play with your shield. It lasts for not that short of a... Like, it lasts for what? Yeah, 2.25 seconds, I would say it also lasts. I'm pretty sure it lasts the same amount it stuns. Or like 2 seconds or something like that. So you can, in the late game it's so massive, it's like 1.3k HP basically. So you can still play with it. You just really can only play with it then. So yes, a very solid game. I like his playstyle, it's pretty aggressive and just like, he sees opportunities, right? I think that's really good. And he goes for them. Overall, really interesting to see how this kind of setup looks. In this game, of course, he was super snowball. Any Rune setup will look good in this game, but he has good success with it, so it can't be too bad. I have tried it a bit, and I'm currently taking a break from League, but when I come back, I will definitely try out the setup some more as well. It does look not bad at all. And yeah, I hope you could learn something from this video. If you did, then be sure to leave a like and watch the next one. Bye!